Welcome to Ephemera Files by Tommy, and today is hashtag Tag Tuesday. Tag Tuesday is a collaboration that is hosted by Sherry at Turquoise Dreaming, and you can look up hashtag Tag Tuesday to see what all of the other creators have made using whatever they have to make a tag. And today I am going to use this. I went to Dollar Tree earlier and I bought some hair bands. Hair ties, whatever they call them. I used to call them ponytail holders, but I guess that was too many syllables and now they're hair ties. Anyway, I am showing my age. I thought this was just a really, really neat looking shape, and I'm positive I can make a tag out of it. So we're going to try it. The first thing that I want to do is cover up this because I like the shape, but not so much anything else that's on there. And so I am going to glue this, and it's not tall enough to cover all of the tag at once. I could do it this way, but I kind of need it to, you know what, I could do it this way because I can just glue that shut. So let's just do that. Let's just glue this on here, and then we'll cut it out, and then we'll glue the other side on. Is that right? Maybe I could cut out one step of cutting out if I just glue this and then fold it over, because I can still see through this enough to cut it. Let's do that. So I've got my glue stick here, my Scotch Create glue stick. It is my favorite glue stick, and this one is almost out because I can see the green right there. So I will have to be opening another one soon, but hopefully not before I'm done with this project. All right, so we're just going to carefully line this up to the corner. Smooth it out, and then I'm going to fold this over so I know exactly where my fold is, and it'll make it easier when I glue to make sure that I have everything glued. Like I missed that corner apparently, so let's just get some glue on there. All right, and so I'm going to put glue on here instead of on the paper, just because this is such an odd shape that I am certain I would not get all of the areas glued without wasting a bunch of glue because of not knowing where to stop. Of course, that's my problem most of the times. I don't know where to stop. Actually, I don't know when to stop. Where to stop is probably okay. So that should be good and adhered. So I'm going to get my scissors out. Those are a little sticky. I probably need to cut up some aluminum foil with them. It looks like, I don't know, you probably can't see it, but it looks like what I've done is cut red line tape with it and not gotten all the red line tape off of the scissors. That's not taking care of my stuff very well, is it? Yeah, there's some sticky on that. I'm going to switch scissors. Trying to hold it so that I can see through this paper. Actually, I'm going to, hopefully that doesn't mess too much with my camera, but I just changed the angle on one of the lights so that it was actually shining through the back of the paper. Just realized I have on the wrong glasses, so at some point I shall have to switch them. And it may take a little finagling to make sure you've got all the excess paper cut off. But that's okay. Finagle all you need, because you want to be happy in the end with what you've made. There we go. All right, let me move these out of the way. And I put on my other glasses. That is so much better, and I can move my light back to where it's not shining in my face. Because it helps with my surface, it doesn't help when it's in my eyes. Okay, so we are not done with this part yet. We need to make sure that we can actually put a tag or a journaling card down in here. At least the way that I plan on doing it is that way. So I am going to align this with that part, the top of the fold. So I'm going to glue this down again. No, I'm not. Yes, I am. I'm going to glue it down, but I'm going to use this and just around the edges. Actually, I may go ahead and use a pen or a pencil. Just grab a colored pencil. And I'm going to trace this because I got a feeling it might be easier to cut out and then glue on this particular step. Might have been easier to do that on the first step. If I ever do this again, I'll try it that way and see what happens. All right, and this will glue on just like that. So I'm going to take my Fabri-Tac, just glue along the edges here. And I can glue straight down because I am not going to make a tag this shape. It wouldn't let go at the bottom, you know. There we go. That's pretty good. All right, I'm gonna let that dry and then I'll come back to it. All right, so this is dry. And now I have pulled a page from a very old dictionary. Do I even have a year on this? I've used lots of pages out of it, so I don't even know if I have the year anymore. I don't even know if I have the, I'm pretty sure I don't have the front page. Anyway, it's old. It's old. So it is the 20th Century Encyclopedia, Volume 20, WA to ZY, J.J. Little and Ives. Don't know if that matters, but it might matter to somebody, so I'm going to let you know. All right, and so once again, I am going to glue this to the papers. Let's see, to the, excuse me, the tag. I'm trying to decide. I think I want to do this because this is all just words, and that way I'm not going to have different words on there. It's all talking about wood, different kinds of wood. So I think that we're good with that. And I am going to, let's see, what's the best way to do that? Because I need to make sure that stays open. But I couldn't just go with this because it is not strong enough to be a pocket. Okay, let's see. You know, if I trace it, like I should have done the last time, let's do that. Let's trace it. I need to fix that cut. It's not a great cut. It's crooked and not straight and lopsided all at the same time. And my mark didn't get on the paper at all. Well, that was odd. Okay. Scoot over to here. There we go. I don't know how that happened, but I didn't make a mark on that paper when I did this the first time. Oops. And if you're using real old pages, don't push too hard, because I just put a hole in my paper with my pencil. Oh, I know where my mark went. I've got the packaging and then 2 layers of paper. It actually went onto the bottom layer of paper that I had glued on there instead of on there, and it did it again there. Okay, I think I can see it well enough to cut it out, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. And I'm cutting on the outside of the line I made. That gives me just a little bit of wiggle room, and I can always get rid of the excess, but it's hard to fix it if you've cut too much off. I mean, obviously you can, because we are creative and can figure things like that out. But I'd just as soon not have to figure that out. I'm going to go ahead and mark this. I think it is actually right across there, so I can use my ruler and connect those 2 lines. This is kind of scary right here. I am not joking. Oh well, I have more pages if necessary. All right, so there's that. And there's that, and yay! Okay. All right, so I'm going to glue this one down first. I need a piece of glue paper. And we'll glue this piece down. And then we can go to the other side. All right, there's that side. Now we'll just do this side. It only has to be one piece. It should be much simpler. And see, I did cut outside the lines like I said, but that's so that I could make sure that I didn't cause issues. I am trying to think if I should go ahead and trim that down so it doesn't interfere like it did before with my tracing. Let's go this way. I could have chosen a darker pencil. That might have helped as well. Now we're going to add the glue and glue that onto that side. Right, and then once again we're going to trim around those edges. So there is all that. Now the next thing I want to do is I do want to ink around the edges because these were very aged pages from that dictionary to begin with. And by doing everything that I just did, I kind of lost some of the agedness. The foxing and just the, you know, the yellowing and the browning, and we're just going to add that right back. I'm trying. I probably should have used a different color than white to cover the the background page, but that's okay. It'll work out. All right, so next I need to get my hole back that was in there. So I'm going to get my hole punch. I'm actually going to use my hole punch that's just slightly bigger than the 1/4 inch. I don't know exactly what it measures. I was trying to feel right there to see if I could get right back in the where the hole was to begin with. I think I've got it pretty close anyway. Let's go ahead and get around that just a bit. Okie doke. Now I need to glue that because I just tore it. Next I have this, and this is Sari ribbon, and I have rolled it into a ball. It didn't come in the ball, so don't be looking for it in a ball necessarily because it could be wrong. And I am just going to start wrapping it around, just like this is a skein of yarn or ribbon or whatever. And I'm just going to wrap it around until I just meet the top of that seam where the pocket will be. All right, and I am going to cut it. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to feed it through that top row of the yarn, and then I'm going to come back. Okay, see, I fed it through that top row from the bottom, and I'm going to come back under that same piece. Okay, this is the piece that was here. I hope you can see. This is the piece that I ended wrapping. I took the end of it and stuck it up under the top row, and then took the end of it and stuck it under itself, okay? Just like that. If you can't understand what I'm saying, then watch what I'm doing, because your eyes may be better than my words. And then we're just going to alternate weaving it. And you can finagle it and wiggle it around so that you're happy with its placement. And is that the last one? Nope, one more. right, so it's like that, and I don't mind that it's got that little twist in it right there. Although I do want it to be more over this way, just because I like it better on that side. Okay. Let's see. We want to tighten that up just a little bit at the top there, which means I need to tighten this up a little on this side. And there we go. There's that. Now, I want to make a card to go in this pocket, and I know that it can't be very wide, and I already measured it. I need it to be like 1 3/4 inches, and it can be as tall as I want. So I am going to find something real quick to make a tuck in there. I was digging through my paint chips the other day for a different project, and so I just happened to think of them right off. And I wonder if one of these might work. And depending on which paint chip I choose, I may not even have to cut it. Although I've got a feeling that's not going to be the case. Oh, well. It's the right width. It's just a slight bit snug. Okay, let's make sure that's the one that I want to use. I have some others in here that might match that gray better. These are kind of blue grays. And that one's wider, so I would definitely have to cut it. Here's a grayer one. Ooh, I like that. All right, so how much am I going to have to cut it down? Actually, that slides right in. So I need to cut off right about there, which measures just almost 3 inches. So where does 3 inches hit if I cut from the bottom? Halfway there. So actually, I'm going to cut just a bit off the top. And that means I can cut right about there. I can save that for something else. Let's see, and I want to back this with something, but you know how to back papers, and so I am not going to go through all of that. I am going to take another piece of this sari and make a tab for the tag. Just like this. I just happen to have a seam right before where I cut off. And so I am going to take and just glue that on for my tab. So I'm just going to put some glue right here. Just like that. And then I'll put some glue here. And seeing where the seam is, I will make sure that that is up straight. Might help if I weren't trying to do it upside down. So let's do this. And actually, this printing is light enough on here. You wouldn't even have to back it. You could easily write over that without any problem. All right, so let's scoot this down in here. Perfect. That's where I wanted that to be. And I'm going to cut off one more length. Actually, I'm just going to cut off to the next seam. When you get sari silk, it's almost always going to be seamed like that. So try to be concerned about where that is and see if you can't use it to its best advantage. All right, I don't need, I'll put this gray in over there somewhere. I'll just toss it that way, and I'll toss that one that way, and I will have these two that have two colors on them. I'm straightening in that just a little bit. Not a lot, just kind of. I'm going to do the same thing with this one. Then I'm going to lay the two on top of each other so that my same colors are at opposite ends. I'm going to feed these through this hole. And this is how come I used my bigger hole punch, because I knew that I was going to have a little bit more fabric going through that. And just going to tie that, and then I'm going to double tie it. There we go. And I think that I may come back and find some kind of thing to put on here. Maybe a dangle, maybe a safety pin with some buttons. I am not sure yet. And I may come back and decorate up here in that printed part. And I may do it back here or back here. I don't know. But I really like the way that looks. It looks like the tag is in behind the sari instead of in behind a pocket. And I think that's pretty cool. And I may trim some of this off. That seems just a little long, but I could also tuck it back up through there. And I think I will. And once again, I'm just going to weave that through. Over, under, over, under. And then tuck that right underneath. Yes, I like that. I like that a lot. All right, there we go. There is my tag for #Tuesday for today. I hope that maybe you got some ideas. Even if you don't make the exact same thing, keep your eyes open on your packaging. You never know what you may come up with. Thanks for joining me today. And as always, be kind. Bye.